Brad?
Yep.
You want to know how to have a fresh smelling and squeaky clean butt before riding? Well, I'll tell you how before you can answer.
I'm anxious to know.
Get hooked up with Dude Wipes, flushable wet wipes. Oh yeah, Brad, your butt will smell like a breath of fresh air.
You know, I'm thinking I got that old roll of toilet paper sitting in my saddlebag, and I need to replace it with some Dude Wipes.
Dude Wipes for sure. Oh yeah, that's right. Support us and head over to lawabidingbiker.com/fresh-butt. That's BUTT, fresh-butt. No additional cost to you, but we do get a small commission if you click through and make a purchase. The mint version is like a breath mint for your ass.
Well, I heard on a recent podcast that the unscented one is not quite up to par.
It just leaves you wanting a little bit more.
We're trying to ease them up with. We're trying to ease up the fragrance free. They what do you say? They serve they serve a purpose.
They do,
and they're just as good as the mint.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't elevate the game.
They don't elevate the game. So I finish off with a mint. I use a fragrance free, and then I finish off with a mint, Brad. That's how I'm rolling. That's just so we can use up the fragrance free. But you may like the fragrance free. So, just don't take our word for it. That was just our testing here. The mint or where they're at for us. But again, lawabidingbiker.com/fresh-butt. Here's the deal, Brad. You're ready for a motorcycle trip. You're sitting at your computer shopping on the Law Abiding Biker store, and you're like, oh, I need that in my life. I need that item in my life. And Brad has done a lot of shopping in the Law Abiding Biker store, I can tell you. But then you reach in your pockets and you pull them inside out. Nothing.
Were you in my living room last night?
All there is a condom and some lint. Condom in one pocket?
Not for a long time.
Me neither. Let's just say you had a condom in there, though, and a piece of lint. That's all you got. Don't worry, because you can buy it right freaking now and have it before your trip with Shop Pay installments integrated right into the Law Abiding Biker store. Yep, you can simply make 4 equal payments interest-free. And now we've also integrated monthly payments if you want to do monthly, but they do come with interest attached. Again, Shop Pay installments right in the Law Abiding Biker store for all of you. You want to handle the email, Lurch?
Absolutely. This one's from Mike Lavassier, and he was asking about the Harley-Davidson software update page. It's always moving around, and we're actually in the process of cleaning up one of our for purchase videos to make sure we direct you to the right page. But
it is on the list.
It is on our list of things to do. It's a short little list.
It's kind of
going to
put
update
aside
it again like any minute.
I know. So when we get these questions, we just direct them to the right page. But here's what Mike said. I saw your video on the WIM software update, and that's the one I just referenced. I used the link you gave for the WIM software, but it did not bring me to Harley Boombox Software Update Center. Not sure why. I'm going back to the dealer this week to see if we can't get the WIM to work. Any help I would truly appreciate. I'll buy anything that will help them get it to work. Thanks for your service, Ryan. Be safe and have a good day. So our response, and I won't give you the link because it's such a long link, but
it's called lawabidingbiker.com/Harley software.
Oh, well,
it's always been there.
There you go. That's the one to do. Let's see if it works.
Of course
We're doing it live.
Of course it does.
Dun-dun,
it redirects, and I always keep that up to date.
Look at that.
So what you're going to get when you go to that, guys, lawabidingbiker.com/Harley software, is you're going to get the service information portal, okay? And the way it is now, this is just the way it is. You're going to have to pick your language. So we're going to go over, you've got to pick, every time you go into this, you've got to do this. So I pick English, because that's what I speak. And then I'm going to pick, there's United States, Canada, Australia, United Kingdom. I'm going to pick United States. And yes, we agree to use the service portal. Now I'm in. Now, this is not pretty.
No.
Not like it used to be. Do you remember, Brad, back when they first had the boombox? It was a beautiful page with
it had
backgrounds.
And
it was very easy. This is really the HD mechanic service information portal that it takes you to now. And there's just like hot links, and it's very ugly, but it's very usable. And you just have to go down to your resources. There's a table of contents, and there's different links you can click on. There's Boombox software. There's Sena headset software. There's WIM software. Let's see.
Kind of reminds me of one of my girlfriends.
So there it is.
But usable.
Yeah, that's right. Boom audio wire. I just did on a Mac, it's Command F search. I think it's Control F on a PC. And I just typed WIM and it took us down to Boom Audio Wireless Headset Interface Module. And it's a zip, and then you got to unzip it and all that. But everything you need as far as software, regardless of what boombox or headsets, it is all there. Again, lawabidingbiker.com/Harley software, all one word. I always keep that up to date because they have changed it over time, and then I do the new link, so it's always redirecting to the current page. But it's ugly.
Kind of
right
looks
now.
like the old forums and chat rooms.
Totally.
Yeah, it's like
I don't know why they
the
went back
past.
to it.
It looks like, well, it says instructions, and if you look at the page, it looks like one of their instruction sheets. It's
Yeah,
just
right.
really basic.
And we're not sure why they did that. And they just did it at some point, and it took me actually a while to figure it out. It's hard if you don't have the easy link from Law Abiding Biker. It's actually hard to find.
Yes,
you can even
moved around
Google
a
it,
bunch of times.
and it's hard to find the page that you need. And so, yeah.
Yeah, if you go to Harley's website and try to click through and find it, it's quite cumbersome to do.
But it is nice that you can get into the service bulletins and things like that now. I do like
Yeah.
that functionality, but yeah, it's ugly and hard to use.
Yep. Very good. Email, lawabidingbiker.com/contact. You can leave an email right there for us, and that may make the show. Of course, you can leave a voicemail over there too, from anywhere in the world, right from the built-in microphone, from whatever device you're using. We would love to hear your lovely voices. Lurch has a question.
No, just a statement. I'm always learning over here. You know, I gave him the actual link address. I forgot about the /Harley software. That's much easier. That's the one I'll be giving out now.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. There you go. Want to ride longer? Are you tired of a sore and achy ass? Brad might have a sore and achy ass from riding the night train.
You know, I grabbed my wife's small little passenger pillion
Oh, you did?
thing and put it on, and it was horrible.
It was horrible.
It moved around so much on that slick seat on the night train that I had to pull it off. But yes.
Well, fix your sore and achy ass with a high-quality butt buffer seat cushion. Head over to lawabidingbiker.com/store. Check out our full line of butt buffer seat cushions. Oh, yeah. Once you use Rick Rack, you'll never go back. The ultimate motorcycle luggage rack solution. Forget those messy straps and bungee cords. Go strapless with the Rick Rack quick attach luggage system and quality bag. Head over to lawabidingbiker.com/store. Get hooked up now. Hey, Bikeaholics. 03D has a wide variety of innovative products for your Harley-Davidson and a brand new line for the all-new Honda Goldwing named Gold Strike.
I like gold.
Top quality, affordable chrome lighting and comfort products. Zero Gold Strike are the motorcycle LED lighting innovators for CAN bus plug-and-play system compatibility. Head over to lawabidingbiker.com/store. Check out our full line of Zero 3D products. Let's do this.
Turn that up a little bit.
No, it's right where it's supposed to be. Welcome back, you freaking Bikeaholics. This is the podcast for the motorcycle majority, the Big MM, also known as the...
99%.
That's right, large and in charge of the motorcycle scene more than any time in history. By being here and listening, you're part of what we call the hashtag
Biker Revolution.
There you go. We do have just one question before we get started. What are you waiting for, Bikeaholics?
Mount up and let us take you on another wild-ass ride.
There you go. Ryan Erlacher here, your host of the Law Abiding Biker podcast, and your
High-tech redneck.
that voice. It's been a while since he's been on a mic. That is patron member Brad Johnston. Just rode up here from Oregon this morning. And we are going, the main topic today, we're actually going to catch up with Brad. I forget what episode number he was on in the past. My searcher over there will search it.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
But Brad won. So Harley Davidson sent us the whole bunch of parts, the Empire collection of suite of parts. And we're going to talk about that. He won it in the private Facebook group, patron member only. We got those parts and we like to give back to the community. That was the first thing when we got them. I said, we're giving these away to somebody. And he won the raffle. And so then he dropped his bike and took one of our bikes home, which we'll talk about. He had quite the experience. And we installed the parts over the past week at the time of this podcast. So today he's back up here to return one of the law-abiding biker bikes and take his steed back home to Oregon. And so that's what we're going to talk about. And we're going to talk about some other stuff too, because he just did a recent cam chest kit on his bike, and I want to talk about that. So we're not sure exactly where the conversation's going to go, but nonetheless, we're going to have a lot of fun doing it. Lurch, do you want to rattle off the new free video that's out?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I was not ready for that, but let me find it here. Almost found it. There she is. New free video. The new 2022 Harley Nightster. Was it a bang or a bust? We talk about the sport lineup, and that's lawabidingbiker.com/2022-Harley-Nightster.
There you go. And that was pre me going down to Santa Barbara and actually test riding and reviewing the Harley Nightster. So that video is also out on the YouTube channel. And so, yeah, if you're not subscribed, get over there, hit that subscribe button and bell icon every time those are hit. Another biker joins the revolution, and we would love to have you guys be part of it. Now, we love our sponsors, but these folks are the main reason that Law Abiding Biker is going strong after 9 years, including a patron member sitting right here in the studio. So we want to thank some of our newest patrons for their kindness.
Got Lou Dolente of Haverton, Pennsylvania, Paul Jenkins of Comox, British Columbia, Canada.
I sure you betcha.
Steve Ruff of Mesa, Arizona. He's top tier.
We got Brian Stock of Santa Clara, Utah, top tier. Mark Gravett of Colleyville, Texas, top tier. And Jose Vasquez of none other than Yakima, Washington.
Yakima, Vegas, finishing it
Top
off with
tier.
Bill Bardens of Ada, Michigan. Brian Allen of Redmond, Oregon. Hey, look at that, Redmond, Oregon.
I'm going to have to find Brian.
There you go.
That's new.
That is. Brad Whitehead of Idaho Falls, Idaho. Lawabidingbiker.com/Patreon. Patreon. Pledge a certain amount per piece of content. No risk to you because you can put a monthly cap. There are benefits such as t-shirts and stickers. You get access to the private Facebook group, which is a troll-free zone, and raffles going on in there and all kinds of other stuff. You get access to live video broadcasts and chat podcasts early, premium videos up on request, and, of course, access to those ride, meetup, and events. And we just absolutely love our patron members. As you can see, we got Brad Johnson right here in the studio. The other day, Russell Roberts, Fabio was up here, and he just happened to be in town and wanted to swing by and ended up helping. We were putting parts on actually in the middle of heated grips for Brad's bike. And so just love our patron members and continuing to ramp it up here in 2022. We thank you guys so much, and we're trying to give more and more benefits. We've did a few giveaways in the private Facebook group, and just a great, wonderful community of bikers getting to know each other over there. So loving it. All right. So here we go. Empire Collection on Brad's bike.
And before we dive into that, because you asked me, it was Lab 282 and 283 that Brad was on.
Nice. We did 2 episodes. Very cool.
Back.
So yeah, head back and hit those up, lawabidingbiker.com/ and then the episode number, or of course on any podcast aggregator or app that you can listen to. All right. So Brad, why don't you catch us up on maybe what's been going on in your life, briefly, whatever you're willing to share.
Well, it's been an exciting year or two. I think the first time I was on actually was for the unsanctioned West Coast meetup, where we kind of pimped that a little bit. And since then, we've moved from Redmond to Madras and started a job teaching high school social studies. My retirement, I didn't really know how to take vacations well while I worked, and I seem to kind of suck at retiring as well. So
I hear you, bro. I don't know if I can retire.
Social studies teacher, which is a pretty good gig, influencing young minds that aren't really interested in social studies and finding ways to make it interesting for them. It's fun, and I get my summers off, which is the best of all worlds.
That's an interesting pick, social studies. Did you have a pick, or is that what you were told to do?
Well, it's a place I'm interested and what my education would support. So I've got a master's in public administration, and that gets me into teaching social studies. So yeah, it's a good fit, and I enjoy it a lot.
And as a recap, if you didn't hear those episodes, when he says retired, he retired as the chief of police from Astoria.
Yep.
And then how long were you actually semi-retired before you're like, this sucks?
Let's see. So I that was 17, and I started working for the school district in 2019. So right before COVID hit, and I don't know what it's like to teach in a normal year yet. I'm looking forward to finding that out after COVID apparently is dying down as a concern, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
How long did the excitement of being retired and not having to do anything, how long did it take to wear off? I took 6 weeks off between my retirement and working full time for Ryan, and I felt like I could have gone a little longer.
Yeah, I made it from July till December.
Okay.
And so about 6 months, 5 months, and then I had to go do something. And
after 6 months, you did all the chores around the house. There's nothing left to do.
Actually, it was a matter of the weather turned so bad I couldn't go riding every day, and just kind of
sitting around.
Yeah,
I worry about that. Lurch is like Bill Murray from Caddyshack. He thinks he runs a golf course.
I do. I take yard care very serious.
Dude, my yard is taken care of, and then this guy, I'm like, how much shit do you have to do in your yard?
Because
I have the same size yard. I have the same size yard.
In all fairness,
and I have chickens.
In all fairness, I didn't live at home for 5 years before I retired.
We did talk about that.
I still have a lot of just cleanup to do.
A lot of deferred things.
Yeah.
I just see you out there with the daisies. Oh, it's a Cinderella Cinderella story. He's out there with
He's a fair-haired boy from Yakima.
You went Caddyshack, and I was thinking about my most recent project, which is rebuilding an old golf cart.
Yeah, we saw that in the Facebook group. Didn't you put that in the Facebook group?
No, I think I texted it because
right.
I was thinking about you guys and parts not fitting correctly as I was hooking up the ratchet straps to try to bend things into place so I could put it together.
I've got a 79 Cushman golf cart that I need to get going. I refurbished it once.
I remember the day when you had it going.
Yeah. It needs batteries, at least, at a minimum. I might even look at maybe doing something with the electric motor, juicing it up a little bit.
Lurch got all liquored up out at the golf course when we were younger and almost rolled it.
Almost, but didn't.
My wife wants me to soup it up. There's a programming thing you can do to get like an extra 5 miles an hour kind of thing. And
geez, we're putting tuners on golf carts. Oh my God.
Well, I mean, it's got push bumpers and rims and all the other stuff.
Here's the thing about motorcycle guys or car guys or whatever. You got to tinker. You can't leave it the same. So
Farkle.
Whether it's adventure bike, a Harley, your wife's car, a golf cart, you got to do something to it. You just can't help yourself.
Yeah,
it's just
true.
in the nature.
And you might get a 1 horsepower out of, those new things you put on.
And on a golf cart, that's quite a bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, interestingly, I was not aware of the price of golf carts because I was talking to you last time you were up here, and you got this thing used.
Oh, yeah.
But what's a new golf cart going for?
20.
Baseline?
Yeah.
20 grand?
You can drop 20.
Can you believe that?
Oh,
shit?
my goodness. I won mine in a bet.
20.
Wow.
We paid $500 for ours. It was
$500.
It was a retired range cart. So it had like the cage on it so that you could hit balls at.
So you can't get taken out.
That makes sense. When I saw the picture of the one you sent, I was curious why I didn't have a.
Everybody tries to hit that cart.
Oh heck yeah!
It's so fun trying to hit that cart. Ding!
The roof's on it now because we bought all the parts to put it back to the way it was.
Okay.
And that was one of the things that didn't fit that I had to use the ratchet straps because I was like 4 inches off and had to move things closer together to get it. So, yeah, that was fun. That was this weekend. We got it wrapped and it came back on Friday afternoon. So I spent the entire weekend putting together a golf cart.
What do you need a golf cart in your life for?
I don't. But
is it to run around the neighborhood, or
it's a little bit to run around the neighborhood, and then we have this distillery that you can get. Like you can go across the golf course, down a service road, and then up about 2 blocks of public street to get to the distillery. And they've got a nice little bar in there, and it's kind of our place. Pizza cart, and so we're calling it Spirit Chaser.
Nice. Mine's the happy hour.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we'll use it for that, and we'll take it like we're going to the Mop and Madness run week after next, and we'll take it up there and run up to the restaurant from the campground and that kind of thing with it. So
right on.
And then I'll flip it eventually.
Yeah, somebody will
make
offer
some
you
money
enough for it.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant turn it over.
No.
Right.
Don't,
Yeah, you'll
don't
flip
roll
it.
on there.
Yeah, you'll flip it.
It will
You want to
be
know what
possible.
I know you guys have names for your golf carts. So I have a boat.
Yeah.
And you want to know the name of it?
Sure.
Wet Dream.
Oh, nice.
There
But
you
my
go.
wife will not let me put the stickers on the back. That's bullshit, dude.
I don't blame her.
I always told her, I go, it's the Wet Dream. She goes, you're not putting, you know how people put on the back of their boat, you name them. She will not let me put that. And I can't understand why.
Probably the daughters.
Likely.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyways, moving on. How do we get on that?
Because it's fun.
Retirement. And what we're doing.
Retirement and golf carts and yeah.
Oh, lawn care.
Projects.
Then lawn care. Bill Murray over here. Yep. All right. You apparently saw the raffle in the private Facebook group, and obviously you wouldn't put in for something if it's not parts that you didn't want. So
Well, and it's the contrast cut stuff, and my bike's a mix of chrome and black and contrast cut pieces, and
your Road Glide Ultra.
yeah, my special that identifies as an ultra.
Mine's getting there, so I won't make fun of you.
It's just so darn convenient, and I realized even more this last week just how convenient that tour pack is. And
I thought I would take mine off a lot. It's gone on, and I've hardly ever.
I was
going to
say I haven't seen it come off in a long time.
Yeah, because running out here, I've got my lunchbox, my backpack with a computer and everything in it. It's just nice to be able to throw that stuff in there and take off.
I haven't taken mine off since I put it on.
Yeah, I don't know that mine will come off again anytime soon.
Lurch has been driving his truck, by the way, instead of his motorcycle. Here's I'm calling you out on this.
Go ahead.
Because this is the height of,
First dude wipes, and then
the height
driving
of
the truck.
laziness. And we were talking about it. And so we were at, sometimes we meet at like Starbucks or coffee shops. And last week I rode my bike twice, and Lurch shows up in his pickup, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
No,
What was your excuse?
Well,
you were honest
I'm gonna
about it.
toss something
You were
out
just
and-
lazy.
There was 2 days.
It was
the first day, there was rain in the forecast. And it did rain on my way home, but not much. The second day, you asked me to go. It was just easier. I was lazy. The bike's out in the shop. I'd have to go get it out.
I'm like,
get it out of the shop.
Welcome. What a typical lazy ass American, dude.
Well, and
The
there's
truck
the
was in the
defense,
driveway.
though.
My $30,000 motorcycle out there that people would die to have. You know what? It was just too difficult to get it out of the garage, out of my big, huge shop. It was just too difficult. I was like, oh, we are American, spoiled ass
First
Americans,
world
dude.
problem.
Yeah, I'm like, I'd have to go walk out to the shop,
Right.
get it off the lift. Then I've got to open the gate and get it out of the backyard, or I can just walk out and jump in the truck
Right.
and take off. And that day, I chose to take the easier route.
Brad,
How long's your ride?
From here, it's about 30 to 40 minutes, depending.
Well,
But
then,
it's
I got
about-
nothing for you
Yeah,
there.
it's about 30 minutes.
That's too far. That's worth the ride.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
It's a good little ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in your defense, I will say that if you guys are meeting at coffee shops, I did see you transporting Ryan's drink this morning.
Yeah.
So,
It's true.
yeah.
I need to put a cup holder on the Lowrider S. Speaking of, we need Big Daddy Kane to send me a
Hey,
cup
Big Daddy.
holder.
Big Daddy. Oh, wait, we're not live.
We're not live.
I'll send him a message.
Hey, Brad, can you ask Lurch what happened this morning and why he was late for work?
What did happen this morning?
I don't know that we have any official hours. I mean, it's just kind of whenever. I mean, I was dinking around over the weekend too, keeping up with stuff.
I know.
So,
But can you ask him what happened?
I try to divert.
Can you tell me what happened this morning?
Okay, so I got this new iPhone 13.
Excuses
And
already.
No excuses. I'm walking through the store, and
He's walking.
I used an old school alarm clock forever, even with my cell phone. I had an old school alarm clock sitting there. I finally, when I got this 13, I got
Sensing that this is a bullshit story.
No, it's the truth. It's the truth. So I got rid of the old school alarm clock, and I got a little stand that these are MagSafe, meaning it's got like a little magnet on there. You know,
Right.
it sticks onto a charger. You don't need to plug
Wireless
it in.
charging.
Wireless charging. So now I just have this, and the alarm went off, and instead of hitting the snooze, which I'm a snooze abuser. My wife will tell you, I hit it.
You
2 or 3
are, huh?
times. Oh yeah,
Dude,
I'll hit it
okay.
2 or 3 times.
Don't even get me started
I
on
can't
that.
do it.
I hit the stop button. I just turned the alarm off and rolled over and went back to sleep. And I woke up late.
So you have operator error, is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not a bullshit story. It's the
Duly,
truth.
it's duly noted on his work evaluation.
I quit. Fuck this place. I'm out of here.
If you're doing evaluations, you're way ahead of the city.
Yeah, right.
I had one when I passed probation, I think. And
Can't keep. He drinks on duty. He doesn't show up on time. He just
Greatest employee you've ever had.
sounds like an ideal employee.
No, we have a lot of fun. So we got to bust his balls like that. But yeah, this morning, the old alarm. Dude, you are a snooze abuser.
Yeah.
Dude, my daughter does it. And my oldest daughter, and she's gotten so used to it that she sleeps through the snoozes now. And it'll literally be going off for like 15 minutes. She can actually sleep through. And I have to walk in there and shake her and get her phone and stop it because it annoys the hell out of me because I'm out in the kitchen. There's freaking alarms going off. That's what happens. You get your mind used to not waking to the snooze.
See, I'm
Why don't you?
Maybe.
Yeah, are you the opposite?
Oh, I'm lucky to hear the alarm. I just
Really?
will wake up before the alarm.
My wife.
Oh, you wake up for the alarm. You're one of those guys. Why even set an alarm then?
Just in
Just in
case.
Just in case.
That one day last month that I would have slept through it.
Interesting. Anything else I can pick on Lurch about? Well, he's here. Feels like it's kind of
I
picking
got
on Lurch
nothing
day.
else.
It's because I love him. All right. Let's do this, and then we're going to get into, some motorcycle stuff.
Oh, yeah. And that first episode that Brad was on was 253. So back a little ways talking about that first ever West Coast non-sanctioned meetup ride.
Yeah, we really wanted to do another one this year, but we didn't get into our house till March. We were supposed to be in November. And by the time we got in, I just didn't have time. And the summer was too full.
That'll happen.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do this. Lurch.
Hey, Bikeaholics, searching for new and exciting motorcycle products? Zero 3D has a product you dream about for your bike. Check out their wide variety of innovative products for Harley, Davidson, and Honda Goldwing motorcycles. Zero 3D's got your back with chrome and black parts, lighting, and other comfort products. No modifying, cutting, grinding, or welding for an easy installation that equals less time installing and more time riding. Zero 3D has a design team of riders with over 40 years of experience with passion for design and innovation. Zero and Goldstrike are the motorcycle LED lighting innovators for CAN bus plug-and-play system compatibility. They pride themselves on great customer service. Got a question? Get in touch with them via email at sales@zero3d.com or give them a call at 715-808-0027. Check out your local Harley or Honda dealership and ask for Zero or Goldstrike parts. A new leader has emerged, so check out Zero 3D's custom line of Goldstrike products for the all-new Honda Goldwings. Better yet, help support us and head on over to lawabidingbiker.com/store and check out our full line of Zero 3D products.
All right, Brad. So you wanted this stuff, and so you put in for the raffle, right?
Yeah.
You wanted to dress your bike up, and obviously Brad won it, and so Lurch and he got together, and we found a good. How long ago? That was quite a while ago.
Yeah, that was a bit ago. It was going back and forth.
I can't remember when we did the raffle. I think the raffle was going into fall going into winter.
Yeah, because we were talking about whether we were going to do it and whether it'd have to trailer up or
That's right.
up or.
Yep. And in the meantime, you also got the cam chest and oil pump, which we'll talk in a little bit. Also, we're going to try and do it all together, but with your health issues earlier in the year, kind of pushed off. That job got pushed off, and so it just led us to this time of year where he was able to ride up. And I wanted to know if he could take one of the what he referred to as the law-abiding biker bar hoppers home, and we set him up with the 07 Night Train because the Lowrider S for us big boys is not very comfortable. That Lowriders or the Night Train's got floorboards and everything on it and ape hangers on it. So and then it had some saddlebags.
And it's pretty comfortable.
Not bad. I mean, for a bar hopper. So he took that home.
It's not great for 200 miles, but it is fantastic for running around town, like little hour-long trips and that kind of thing.
Tell us about so when Brad left here, and if you look at our YouTube video, the Empire Collection, we actually did a video on all the parts that we put on Brad's bike, and maybe we'll snag a URL here for everybody. It's fairly recent on the website here, and it is...
Not as recent as we thought.
It should be.
Yeah, it ought to be right up top. It was just last week.
Didn't we publish it, Lurch?
Actually,
I don't know. Did you put the video out?
You did put the video out.
Oh, yeah, the video's out.
Okay.
I've watched
Maybe it just didn't hit publish on the article.
Yeah, maybe not, but it will be. Anyways,
It will be by the end of this podcast.
it is on the YouTube channel because it's been published, so you can go over to the YouTube channel, but just look for the Empire Collection. But you can see all the parts that we put on and kind of how they look. Pretty neat. pretty neat stuff. Not cheap.
No, not at all. I totaled it up. I think it's right at $3,000 worth of stuff.
Wow.
That is a lot of money, but it is beautiful, high quality, solid, substantial stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is no Amazon special
No.
like China made. This is good quality stuff.
It might be China made, but it's quality.
I thought that as I was saying.
Yeah, who knows? Hard to say.
No, it is.
It is the new Harley
It
Davidson.
is the new Harley Davidson. They're getting all their parts made in China. So you took the bike. So when Brad left here and left his bike, you'll see in the video that he was headed right for the eye of the storm.
The video doesn't do it justice.
It doesn't do it justice. It doesn't, because it was worse. So tell us about your ride back home.
Well, the weather's been just bipolar up here. We've had a crazy spring. I mean, you can start off with a gorgeous day, and it was nice.
It was beautiful.
Gorgeous day, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere,
if I had to turn right around and headed back instead of sitting here and BSing for 2 hours, I'd have like missed the storm.
You would have gone through it. Yep.
And but when I left here, it was, spitting pretty good, but not really too bad. And then I got down in the lower valley, and I forget which one comes first, Wapato or Toppenish. Wapato. I was sitting in Wapato, and the lightning strikes were hitting fast enough and hard enough around, or close enough around, that I thought it better be a good idea to take cover. So I hit one of the gas stations there and bought a gallon of gas. Sat under the awning for 30 minutes waiting for the lightning to pass.
So
it looked pretty dark down there.
Yeah, it was very dark.
I didn't see lightning though.
Not here.
There was a significant electrical storm down there. It was crazy. Ooh. I haven't been in one like that for a while.
That's scary when you're on a motorcycle.
Yeah, we have some friends.
With no fairings.
Yeah, we have some friends that actually the husband died on a motor. Well, he got off the motorcycle because you're not supposed to ride in lightning. Stood under a tree.
No shit.
Got hit by lightning, killed him. Yeah. So I might be a little sensitive about riding.
Yeah.
Lightning.
The guy we interviewed that rode the Pan America got struck by lightning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that story.
Him.
Yeah.
Crazy. And so Brad was riding the 07 night train. It's got 14-inch apes on it. And of course, no windshield. But tell us about your experience, because we talked about it a little bit, because you're coming from a full touring 17 road glide and getting on something that's 07.
Right.
It's got a 96 cubic inch, air cooled, the twin cam. Tell us, because you got the M8. Do you have that? Yeah, you got the M8. Tell us about that experience.
As far as that power plant, especially on a bar hopper, it is plenty of power. So it didn't really feel as if I was ever underpowered. In fact, half the time I'd remember, oh, that's right, there's one more gear, and I'd have to shift up into sixth. But it was weird because you sit on that with the forward floorboards, and your knees are, I don't know, maybe 2 inches behind the pivot point for the steering head. And that's a very different sensation than what you're used to on your touring bike. So that was the first thing I noticed. And the second thing I noticed was there's no heel shifter.
No.
And, it took me maybe 2 stomps trying to figure that out.
Where is that thing at?
You're a heel shifter guy, huh?
Yeah, I love my heel shifter, actually. But it was a good trip. The seat on that sits me just a little too far forward. I kept trying to scoot back, which put me up on that ridge of the back seat a little bit. And I'd have to keep fighting that, and then have to keep remembering to sit up a little bit because the wind caving your chest in just kind of makes you want to kind of curl up a little bit. And but it's good. Coming back today, I really noticed, because this weekend I was like pulling and pushing and doing a lot of stuff, so my forearms are a little stiff to start with this morning, and by the time I got here, I felt like I needed to eat my spinach, so my my Popeye forearms might pop. But yeah, it was it's a good trip. It's a lot for a little bar hopper, but it's fun to just kind of get back in touch with what motorcycling is too.
Yeah, it's a much more raw experience. You're all in the wind. The bike's loud. It vibrates. You got those ape hangers, which just make you feel like a badass no matter what.
Well, and actually 14-inch
for
ape hangers are not that bad for me.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about going 16 on that bike like my old Dyna, but I
You
went
look
a
like
little
a
more
spider
reasonable.
monkey when you ride the 60. I remember your old 60. His hands are up by his ears.
And they were pushed forward, so it was just, it was awesome.
Yeah. Badass.
Big old sail.
Yep. So yeah, the 96 there, or in 07, the night train, and then the 96 cubic inch. They're just fun to get on because you really feel. That's how they used to feel, Harleys. You know what I mean? Now they've taken out a lot of the vibration, which is cool because when you're traveling cross country, that's what you want. But man, just to feel everything, and you can feel when you shift.
Yep.
In the handlebars, you can feel the clunk and the clutch handle.
Yeah.
And that thing's got true duals on it.
There's a romance there.
Oh, there is. There is. It's loud. That thing's loud. It's got the Vance and Hines true duals.
Oh, yeah.
I did think, though, of like you keep
short
saying,
shots, right? Short shots, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what they are.
Yeah.
You keep saying in your documentaries about the club members that start out on soft tails or Dynas and that they don't make it very long. And I thought, well, yeah, I see why.
That would hold true.
Yep.
For sure. Yeah. So you'll be glad to ride back to Oregon, even though you enjoyed your experience. You'll be glad to ride back today on your road glide.
Get back on my big old Mustang seat. And it'll be nice.
Some wind protection.
Yeah.
Speaking of, not speaking of wind protection, but your fuel pump is going bad.
I kind of wondered it was
very
making
shortly
some sounds, and I saw you were doing a video.
We filmed it, and I just got it edited, and it's ready to go, but it's in line to be released.
Get it out. So
we'll send. We can send you if you order them. We'll just send them. It's unlisted. Just send them the unlisted link, and then you can watch it.
I'll do it right now.
Very cool.
Don't share it around.
Right.
That video will be coming out on the fuel pump and fuel filter guys at some point. They're really good videos. I'm really happy with how they turned out. But Brad is making a funky garbled noise, and it's exactly what Fuentes was doing, and they were going bad. And you're right. Interesting thing is you're right at about 50,000 on your bike. That's so right Fuente. Where Fuente is. Yeah. So it makes me think, and his is a 16. So I don't know if they probably some bad
change it.
Pumps at some point, but I don't know if that's a common problem.
Well, I just want to thank you for having that issue because we forgot to film the sound.
So we went out and filmed in that video is your bike making the sound.
We turned yours on. Went, oh, that's the sound, and they're both black night or road glide, so it worked out really well. Yeah, so thank you for that.
And I had that at the shop making that sound, and I asked them about it. When I had my transmission rebuilt.
Oh, really?
They're like, it's just fine. It's just, it gets a little noisy sometimes. And yeah.
Can you hear it when you're riding?
Listen
for it. Listen for it when you go back to Oregon. You might hear it.
Fuente said he could hear his when he was riding.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, I don't hear it. If I let it, when you first turn the key on, you'll hear it. And then if you let that pressure build up and the noise stop, then I don't hear it when I ride. But if I just fire it right up and take off, then I'll hear it sometimes when I'm riding.
Okay. So this is interesting, happening live right now. But I don't know if in your area, and I wasn't aware of them around here too much, but swap meets, the old motorcycle swap meets. So our dealership changed names here to Apple State Power Sports, and I'm on their text message list.
It seems very odd to not have Owens up here anymore.
I know.
They've been Owens for as long as I can remember.
This we still call them that. It's hard to remember.
Yeah, I bet.
Apple State Power Sports, but it looks like they're getting the motorcycle swap meets going.
Nice.
And you can bring all, any motorcycle parts that you want. So Lurch, that's something we need to think about. Because we've thrown away a lot of good parts, and that's a place that you could sell that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
I've got a bunch of stuff laying around. You know me.
Yeah.
I keep it all.
No.
That's where
I've got stuff for all the way back to probably I know
Lurch is a hoarder.
Yeah.
He's a motorcycle parts hoarder.
Parts too.
That's a bad thing for somebody that just built a shop. You've just created more space to hold stuff.
If you have the space, you'll fill it. It's natural, man, if you have the space.
That's how I got my saddlebag liners. I bought them at a swap meet for $25, and
seems like there's to be a lot more of those, and then with Facebook Marketplace and eBay and everything,
people sell them
the one in person
right now.
But sometimes it's so much easier in person, especially if you're doing a build or something, because you can actually see the parts and see if it's going to work for you, and stuff like that. But we might have to hit one of those up. I'm just saw the text, and I'm glad that they're bringing those back. So there you go.
Yeah, right on.
Are you searching for the easiest and quickest detachable luggage system for your motorcycle? Rick Rack has just what you're looking for. Forget all those frustrating straps and bungee cords that could come loose and slap your paint. Check out one of Rick Rack's quick attach strapless luggage rack systems. This father-son team designed something really special. You can't find it anywhere else. Yep. And these guys ride, so they truly understand the needs of bikers. The Rick Rack quick attach system is strong, durable, and secure with a lockable system. Also, check out their full line of quality touring bags to accompany your quick detach system. Once you use Rick Rack, you'll never go back. What are you waiting for, Bikeaholics? Head over to the Law Abiding Biker Store and check out our full line of Rick Rack systems and bags. And we're getting ready. We're ramping up right here at Law Abiding Biker Media for our Minnesota trip and a 10-day trip. It's going to be a lot of miles. And right now in the Law Abiding Biker Store, one of the newest additions to the Rick Rack, which is really nice, is the roller bag. And it is a roller bag, just like you take carry-on, but it's bigger. You know, on the plane, it's got the handle and the wheels. And if you order it, it comes, it's in our store in stock. If you order it, it comes pre-assembled. So no more getting the bag and trying to bolt it through to the rack and all that. It is one unit and it is ready to go out of the box. All you got to do, 10 seconds, strap it on your luggage rack and you're on down the road. And I have that newest version. And so this is the first trip that I'm going to test it and all that. Not that I expect anything different from my older one, but it is nice. It is nice looking. And Rick Rack's got their own bag now. And it's just one nice, seamless unit. So check that out over at the Law Abiding Biker Store, the Rick Rack roller bag kit and setup. Lurch, do you want to talk about, and Brad, about the parts and what parts we put on?
We put all of them on.
Yeah.
Everything in the collection.
Yeah, they sent us Harley sent us out the Empire collection to review, and they wanted us to have different versions of it, meaning there's what Brad has is called the machine cut. It's black, and then it's machine cut out to show some silver underneath. So you got that contrast of the black and the silver. We had a full set of that. We had a partial, pretty close to full, but a partial set of all black. And Matt Haywood, patron member Matt Haywood got that one. As a runner-up, we sent him that one. And then they sent us a few of the chrome, some samples of chrome stuff. So, but with Brad's in particular, we had the full set, which was mirrors, grips, heated and non-heated. He had a heated grip, so we put the heated on his bike. Covers for the primary, the timing cover. And then the floorboards, highway pegs, rider floorboards, passenger floorboards. What else?
Missing brake pedal,
pedal,
shifter peg,
and shifter peg. Yeah, so
the brake pedal looks like large and
it is
wonderful.
I believe there's two different sizes, and that's the large size.
Of all the things to get excited about when I saw that one, because I told Lurch this earlier, but when YouTube folks do work on your bikes, there is no surprise. Because you get to see it all in the reels, you get to see it in the video when it pops out, and you know exactly what you're getting. And I got excited about the brake pedal.
Nice, nice. Did you know your brake pedal is not connected?
What?
You can rock it back, and it stays back. So if you pull it back, I don't know what projects you've done on the bike, but right, Lurch?
Yes. So there's at the
we noticed it. We're like, maybe you wanted it like that.
Maybe.
We weren't sure.
And I'll show you before you leave. I think it's because it allows it to lay farther down.
Okay.
So I assume that was a reason, but you can just pick it up and it comes back because it's not connected to the push
the
rod.
Return spring.
Yeah, it's not connected to the push rod for the brake reservoir.
So we don't know.
So it hits when you press it. It hits and it activates it.
But it's not actually connected.
No. And
that's not a good thing.
Okay, we could. Yeah,
right.
We're thinking maybe they did that when they did your cam chest kit. Somebody forgot to put it back on at some point, and we left it for right now because we thought maybe that's how you wanted it. But we can certainly fix it here before you leave.
We pulled the pin and we were going to connect it, but then I noticed that brings the pedal up and farther back, so I just figured
rather have it connected.
Okay, yeah, I figured you just want it forward.
Yeah, we're like maybe he wants it like this. We don't want to screw his bike up.
Having your brake pedal not connected does not sound like
it doesn't sound great. It doesn't sound great.
Well, I mean, it still works,
right?
Yeah.
After a fashion.
Yeah,
right.
So we'll show you.
Yeah, we'll show you. But
Brakes are one of those places you don't want to put baling wire and duct tape.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like just
brakes, tires.
Yeah.
Right. Brakes
Anything that
tires.
connects you to the earth.
That's right. That's right. So, I'm glad we figured that out. But yeah, we were like, I wanted to talk to you about that. So we can definitely get that going before you leave. So yeah, got all those parts on. Heated grips working. We had to take your Lurch loves the bars with the 90s
Oh, I
in them.
hate those. I love the
90s
look
wouldn't
of
be
them.
bad. Those are like greater than 90 because
Yeah,
they got that little meat hook there.
Yeah, they're referred to as meat hook bars. And so some of them have the meat hook up on top, which isn't bad.
I refer to them as the bars from hell.
They are
when you're trying to wire
bars
them.
from hell. We've had to do them a couple of times.
Did you do them, Brad?
Yeah.
Okay. We found all your duct tape in
what
there.
I told him
Wow,
earlier.
did you?
Yeah.
We found wads of duct tape in there, and we kept pulling wads of duct tape out of your bars. You lost them a few times, didn't you?
Yes, I did more than once.
That's normal. We do too.
Yeah, we pulled some duct
Probably
tape out of the
red
bottom.
or green.
It was red.
It was red.
It
duct
was
tape.
red.
And then we were sending the cables, airline cable to
Yeah.
pull.
Yeah.
We sent that through, and as we sent that through, it pushed a chunk of red duct tape
That's
out the
hilarious.
top.
And then I pulled one out the other side when I pulled them back out because
the piece came out.
we tried to do it with the plugs.
Just wouldn't go.
The plugs just wouldn't go, so we snipped the plugs and Lurch did his beautiful soldering
all
with
soldered and
loom shrink wrap on it,
wrap.
and it's
That's
very
how
beautiful.
I did it to start with too because I tried depinning like your videos show, and I gave up on the depinning.
It's hard.
Snip, solder.
Yep. It's a lot
call it
faster.
Good. Yeah.
You can depin, but it's a art.
Yeah.
It's an art. I don't know why. And what we're talking about, guys, is the CAN bus plugs on the Harleys. Is we have a video out and we do it, and we've done it. We have I bought a whole kit of specialty tools to depin, and you can pull the pins out of the plug so that you don't have to snip them. But it is an art, and I have seen Lurch very frustrated before, where he had to walk away.
Well, because if you can damage those pins pulling them through the bar.
And I'm just going to say, Harley, people are going to put
Yes.
new bars on your bikes.
Including their dealers.
Yes.
Which-
Why don't you make this easier?
Yep.
I get that you've got a bunch of stuff in there and you need it to be tight and controlled, but there's got to be 10,000 ways to do that better.
Yep.
And yeah.
Well, on bars that have nice 90-degree rounded bends, it's pretty easy. When you got the double meat hooks, we could get them through the first one.
Right.
It was trying to get them to turn in the second corner. And now you've got not only, you've got two opposite corners that are fighting each other with those meat hooks. Whereas the nice, smooth 90-degree rounded bends, they just slide
kind of
right
flows
through.
We've done a few of those bars with the round, and we're like, oh, this is
So much easier.
It's like heaven.
But we've learned just to snip them and solder it.
Yeah.
And
Once we did that, it was easy.
Yeah, they went right through.
But yeah, okay.
Other than that, everything else went on really easy, nice, quick, easy change. And man, what a difference it makes on the bike! It's a really neat looking collection. It's modern, but still complements that bike. I love it. I think it's badass.
It's the first collection I think I've seen in a long time that everything in it works nicely together. Everything else, like the Defiance collection, was one that I was interested in, but the floorboards were weird because they were so narrow at the back, and so I just never did it. But this one's a nice, well-integrated set. I'm very happy with it.
I've seen a few comments on the video, and we've been posting a lot of stuff on social media and things, and I've seen that comment a few times where guys are like, it's finally the first collection that looks good or that I would actually buy
All the way
from
through.
Harley.
Yeah.
And they're obviously pushing Harley, the collection.
Yeah.
They're trying to get, I think, more into that game to compete with aftermarket. And so obviously they're sending this stuff out to people. But, you know, one of the things is a drawback to it is just the price.
Right.
I mean, that is a hefty price.
It's premium.
It's premium. I mean, they are nice. I mean, those floorboards, when you pick them up, they are heavy. Like, it's solid steel and stuff. So there's no quality issues with it. It's just, you know, when you look at the aftermarket parts and then you look at these, you know, you got to weigh how much you're going to be spending, and you're definitely going to be spending. I guarantee I could do it for a lot less with aftermarket parts, but you know, nobody's making it look exactly like that. Yeah. Exactly. So to get that integrated look, and you know, you got to spend the coin.
Yeah, if I'd have spent it myself, I'd have probably been at it for 3 or 4 years, because even with four easy payments, it's still going to be a while before I...
Yep, with 4 equal payments. You can do monthly too, bro. That's good. That's good. You can do monthly. All right, anything else about the Empire Collection? I'm glad they're on your bike. And enjoy.
Thank you.
So recently, you did a cam chest kit.
I did.
You've inspired someone else.
I heard.
Yes, you did.
We've been messaging each other.
Popeye.
Yeah, he sent me a message the other day. He says, "Did I miss a message from you?" I said, "No, you didn't." He goes, "Oh, I thought maybe I missed the one where you said you got the day scheduled to work on my bike."
Right.
He wants this cam chest kit. Popeye wants us to get it installed before our motorcycle trip here at the end of June, and
which I just don't know if we're going to make it, because we got mandatory maintenance on your bike and my bike and some other projects. This is a big project, and I don't want to rush through it, and I would hate for something to go wrong and then him not have his bike to ride on the trip. So I think it's probably going to happen after our trip.
Yeah, I think so.
I think there's a lot there that you could end up. Yeah.
We learned quite a bit, actually, just working on Ryan's bike. He had a leak in his rocker.
Right.
We weren't sure. We
rocker cover and housing.
Yeah, we weren't sure which one it was, if it was a rocker cover or the rocker cover housing gasket. Right. So we replaced both. And in order to do that, you've got to do some of the similar things you would do in this job, where you've got to get the piston and top dead center. And so that actually gave us a little bit of practice for this upcoming job.
Mm-hmm.
On this one, though, we got to get the bolt cutters out and cut his push rods.
Well, that's just nerve wracking. Like,
I'm going to enjoy it. I've got bolt cutters at home.
You're going to be taking bolt cutters to somebody else's bike, so that's a little better. But taking bolt cutters to your own bike, I don't think sounds fun.
It's still a little nerve wracking. And I was telling Ryan the other day, all the bolt on stuff, the maintenance stuff, that's easy. All the brakes and everything. But when it comes to internal motor stuff, I get a little more apprehensive.
Well, if you get it wrong, you can do some really bad things.
That's right.
It's all fixable.
Yeah. So it is all fixable.
Cha-ching, cha-ching. No biggie. All right, let's do this, and then we'll talk about your cam chest kit and what you got.
Ride longer and treat your ass with some respect already.
Oh, treat that ass.
Get hooked up with a premium butt buffer seat cushion. This company of bikers developed a super thin, hospital-grade seat cushion made of solid and elastic materials. And unlike gel pads, it won't leak if punctured. The butt buffer is designed not to slide around your seat, fits all motorcycles, installs in seconds, cleans up easily, and helps to dampen vibrations.
Makes my ass feel so nice.
With plenty of models to choose from, they assure you'll have a comfortable ass when riding. Head on over to Law Abiding Biker store and check out our lineup of butt buffer seat cushions.
All right, so Brad, what did you choose, and why did you want to do a cam? Tell us about this.
Kind of more power. More power. This is definitely got off Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Your bike's got a lope to it.
Yeah, sounds great.
It's the M8 is a fantastic engine, but it sounds like a sewing machine. Even when you put exhaust on it, it
doesn't quite sound like the twin cams.
Yeah, you don't really get that good V-twin sound. Yeah, so that had been aggravating me for a while, and I just decided I was going to do it. Got 50,000 miles on the bike, and I figured, this is a good time to see what things look like inside the engine and maybe freshen it up a little bit. So I called S&S because I wanted to go. I was either going to go S&S for fueling, kind of 50-50, then S&S up the game by making it an adjustable oil pressure in their pump and increasing the surface area on the pump. So I didn't figure I could go wrong with S&S. So I called them up, talked to them about cam advice, going back and forth between, I think it's 465 and the 475 cam.
I remember in our early conversations, you were looking at a 475.
Yeah, and it's kind of one's horsepower, one's torque.
Okay.
475 will put you over 100 horse, just with a minor tune, and the 465 is going to put you over 100 torque. And not bump your horsepower as much. And it's really about where you ride your bike. If you're going to ride in the higher RPMs, I think the horsepower is the better torque. or the better cam to go. But
You think so? The horsepower, yeah.
probably
If you're going to be riding high RPM.
that's kind of the conversation that I had with the guys from S&S, which, by the way, how many companies can you call up and just get to talk to somebody that's not a call center in India? It's somebody that knows about the products, rides, and will give you advice about which cam you want. And basically, they told me what I probably needed, because I said, I generally ride this way, 2 up and kind of lower RPMs and just want something to pass. But, every once in a while you get in that mood and you want to just rip really hard and you're running high RPMs and you're running
That's
your
the
bike
cam
out.
for me.
I know, right?
That's the cam for me.
So you went to 475, huh?
When I do mine,
Okay.
I'm going to do. I don't know exactly which one I'm going to do, but
It
I
won't
want,
be the same numbers because you're a twin
Oh,
cam,
fair enough.
not the
fair enough.
M8. But
because when you ride next to me like today, I'm always 1 gear lower than people I ride next to, because I like to keep it up in that power band,
Which is
so
awesome
I can
when
get
you're
out of
riding
problems.
those short little exhaust.
The lowrider S with,
Lowrider.
with true
That's what do you call it? Big radius.
big radius.
Yeah.
dude.
Jesus.
I love those
They're
pipes.
so loud.
I
Yeah.
had those on my Fat Boy, and they are just beautiful.
My,
They are.
my bike is not quiet by any means. I could hardly hear the thing when riding next to him.
And I'm running a gear lower than
And
him,
he's-
up at about 4,000.
And every traffic light.
They have a little bark to them.
Yeah.
There's a reason I called my Fat Boy Mjolnir, because like you turn the key and the lightning and thunder starts, So
Yeah.
anyway, so on their advice, I ended up buying the cam chest kit for the 465.
465.
That's right. And I ended
So
up,
explain what the cam chest kit
So the-
entails for the listeners.
yeah, the cam chest kit is the cam plate, the oil pump, the tappets, the adjustable push rods, the tappet cuffs, the cam, and all of the gaskets and assembly lube and everything else you could need to do the project. And it's kind of that all-in-one cam in a box. Well, actually, engine upgrade in a box, because this solves the oil sumping
On the M8s, yeah.
Yep, the oil transfer. All those problems seem to get solved by cam chest oil pump replacement. So as long as I was in there, I was going to do both, because that is the one problem that the 17 bikes have had, is that oil sumping. So figured I'd do it all. And the real shame of it is that these parts are beautiful. I mean, the machining on them, they're billet, they're just pretty
It's
parts.
a shame to cover them up, huh?
They're all covered. You
Yeah.
can't see a darn one of them. And, but it really did change the dynamics of my bike, the personality of my bike, and made it have that great throaty sound and pretty good performance too.
How did it change the performance?
Yeah, tell us
rideability of
about
it?
that. What do you
So,
notice?
Still working on the tune. I've run so I've got the FP3 on my bike. When they programmed it, the shop called Vance and Hines, said, put a 465 cam in. They didn't specify it was an SNS 465 cam. So they ended up putting a map on it that was the fueling 465 cam. And the bike ran fantastic at idle, but was really just kind of flat once you hit about 80 miles an hour. And I'm like, what is this nightmare? So I went in the app and I looked and I saw it was a fueling cam. I just changed that myself, and it ran much better.
They already had a SNS cam in there?
Yeah, the cams are all in there. You have to go into the
Okay,
advanced,
okay.
But you have a whole list of cams to select.
Good,
So
good.
it's, I mean, that thing is designed to do it. You can also call an SNS, because that's what I ended up doing. I said, it's still not that great. And so they tweaked the map a little bit and sent it back to me.
SNS did?
SNS, or no, Vance and Hines.
Vance and Hines, right?
So almost instantly, another great customer service story, Vance and Hines on taking care of their customers that are using the FP3. And so then after that, they suggested actually running an auto tune on it. So I ran the auto tune, and it was even better once I got done with the auto tune. But I think I'm going to call them back because I'm not really satisfied with the idle. It's a little low.
We noticed that too.
Yeah, at idle, it's just not. It's struggling to. It needs bumped up a little bit.
I'd agree.
When I go into the, they've changed the way the idle speed is now, and there's a whole table with temperatures and VO2, and I don't even want to touch it anymore. So I'll probably call them back and say, hey, can you bump this a little bit?
Is there any way, because I've always just used the stock CAN maps on FP3, and I know a lot of people who have contacted them had maps made, but I haven't had this experience. So my question is, are you able to share that map?
No, I don't think you can. They can share it with you, but you can't share it out of there.
So we can call them and go, hey, we need Brad Johnston's map.
Probably not, but...
In what form do they send it to you in?
It's just straight to the app. I mean,
so how do they know that it's sending to your app? Do you give them a phone number?
I don't know.
I mean, when you
it's been
ask,
a while since I set up my app. It must be connected to a phone number.
And we do sell the FP3s in the Law Abiding Biker store, guys. The Fuel Pack 3s, they're awesome tuners. And,
so you're sending them a map from your app.
And that's why
I'm sure it's.
So you have to send them something attached first so they can look at it. Then they tweak it, send it back.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. It's all in the app then because you're sending it to them. They know the IP and whatnot. So, yeah.
Okay, great.
It's good to know.
This is great information.
I didn't know if they emailed it to you and then you know. Yeah,
it's through the app and very convenient, very user friendly. Hard to get it wrong.
Very nice. Now on this, so tell us what you notice most about besides the idle, and it has a lope and it sounds great now. But so you got the torque cam,
right?
What does that give you?
Well, when you roll on that throttle.
From a stop?
Or it's night and day difference. I mean, it is set you back in your seat and like starting to worry about the tire locking up kind of performance. So pretty substantial increase there. And like rolling on the throttle while at highway speeds passing, you really can notice there's a marked difference in the amount of time it's going to take you to pass. You could look at smaller windows, I guess you could say at this point.
Would that be with a horsepower cam too?
I can't imagine it would be worse, but it's going to be
to be able to roll in that power band.
Your power band moves up into higher RPMs with the horsepower cam than it does with the. And one of the places I'd go as a vendor. Fueling does a really good job of putting out the dyno charts of different cams. So that's one of the places I went when I was looking and kind of just looking at the Fuel Moto. That's what the vendor I was trying to think of. They do a good job of putting out all of the maps or the dyno sheets of all the different cams together on one sheet so that you can actually kind of compare and see where that power band is and what RPMs and how it fits your ride and those kind of things.
God, such a big decision.
Fuel Moto University there. There you go.
Yeah, I'm curious what I really like the cam that they used in the M117, that Street Glide ST that that I had for a month. That video is out on the YouTube channel, guys. A complete review, ride and review of the Street Glide ST. I can't remember what cam they use in that, but it's different.
That's going to be different because that's got a longer stroke.
It was nice. Oh my God, they did a good job with that. You're up at that 3,500. You actually run that bike at a higher RPM. Right. It was different than you normally run a Harley. So I noticed keeping it up there. But boy, when you're up there, that thing had balls. That's what I want. That's what I want.
Yeah, you're probably, I'd give S&S a call and say, rode this bike. I want that experience. How do I get it?
Right. I wonder what that cam, I wonder if we can find that.
Well, I can look it up while you two are talking.
Yeah, well, I think we're about done. But so you Brad decided, now we were actually going to do this on your bike.
Right.
We bought all the tools because it does take some specialty tools to do. Does it come with instructions?
It does come with printed instructions, and S&S has videos.
They've got some pretty decent ones.
Yeah, not bad.
Ours will be better.
Yeah, I have no doubt because it skips some spaces.
Right.
There are some places
they jump
where
over a few things.
You're watching it and you're like, wait a minute,
How'd you do?
You were just doing that. Now you're here. What happened in between?
Yeah, we don't skip any steps because we don't want to assume that the person watching the video knows what we're skipping. So we just take our time and we do all of the steps.
Right. And you end up with a longer video as a result, but you don't have to have any doubt about what happened between these two steps. And sometimes it's something important and sometimes it's nothing important, but you were wondering if you missed something. So it's nice to have that, not skipping any steps. But yeah, it was the price of the tools that put me off doing it myself because, it was going to be $400 in tools just to be able to do the job one time. I don't know anybody else that rides an M8, so I'm buying the tools for me, and nobody else is going to be coming over and doing the job in my garage because they've all got twin cams. So I just couldn't justify the cost, so I took it to independent mechanic near me, and they put it in for me.
Just does he do that normally at motorcycle shop?
Yeah, he's former lead mechanic for the local Harley shop, and he went out on his own about 3 or 4 years ago.
Happens a lot.
Yeah, yep. And he's a good guy, runs a little bike night at his place, and Red Wrench Cycles in Redmond, fantastic mechanic for me.
And what, if you don't mind me asking, what that cost you labor? So what's the kit cost? So let's do a little addition here.
I got a great price on the kit. I know Matt's got it open here. S&S wants $1,533 for it.
Okay.
So I got a good price using an affiliate link from Revzilla.
Nice. Use our affiliate link. What a guy. So 15.
Yep.
3 what?
1533.
That's without tax, right?
Right.
Well, so, I'm in Oregon.
Oh, that's right.
I pay tax on my earnings, not my spendings.
We'll just do 1533, and you guys can add the tax for your area. So 1533 plus the labor.
$600.
That is not what a Harley shop would charge you.
Oh, I have no doubt they would charge me more.
I would imagine. God, what do you think a Harley shop would charge for that? Over $1,000.
I didn't even price it there.
Yeah, you're like not going there.
Yeah.
So you got the upgrade for $2,133, and then plus tax if you're not an Oregonian.
And I paid a little less than that. I found a coupon on for Revzilla and
nice
had some Revzilla bucks. And
thank you for using our affiliate
those
link.
kind of things. So yeah, absolutely.
That
why wouldn't I?
Well,
it costs me nothing.
Right. It's just a click. If you guys go over to lawabidingbiker.com/banners, BANNERS, all of our banners are over there. Revzilla, JMP Cycles, all that. If you just click through any of those banners and then make a purchase, we do get a small commission, and we definitely appreciate that. Or you can just go to lawabidingbiker.com/Revzilla or /JNP Cycles, whatever. But banners is the easy one to remember because they're all over there, along with Amazon and all that. So Popeye, you inspired Popeye because you were posting about it in the private Facebook group. And so you've been in touch with him because he wanted to get exactly what you got?
I gave him the information and told him that this worked for me and this is why I bought it.
Sitting out in a box out here.
Is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
He had it shipped here, so it's all sitting. And of course, we had the tools to do it on Brad's bike. We're going to do it on Popeye's bike, which is a 19.
So he's got the 114.
He's got the 114, 19 Street Glide. And yes, you better believe we're excited about this project, but we don't want to rush it because we are going to do a very detailed, in-depth video of cam chest kit install. And of course, we will get that out at some point, but we're excited about the project. And I think you guys got the same exact thing you did. And
well, not quite, because one of the tools that you have to get the run out tool to check the run out.
Right.
And as we're going back and forth trying to figure out gear driven or chain driven.
Good call.
Brad had got chain driven, and you said because
chain
of
driven
run out.
cams.
Right.
Yeah, I just at 50,000 miles, I was like, I think the run out will be okay, but I don't want to be ready to start the project and not ready to do the project because I have the wrong cam. So,
but as it turned out, you could have gone gear driven. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So explain the run out to the audience. Explain run out and what you're looking for, whether you can go chain driven cams or gear driven.
Well, basically, you're checking to see how much wears happen. On
right. There's a tool for it.
Yeah. And if you have too much wear and there's too much run out, meaning it's out of specs, then you wouldn't be able to go with the gear. I would assume because the tolerance wouldn't be right.
Right. Exactly.
Well, and the gear drive is the more bulletproof of the two options.
Yeah.
The cam chain is one of those places that there's a vulnerability.
The tensioners, which they've had problems in the past.
Yep.
Pretty much corrected it in newer years. But
yeah, I haven't heard any problems with the M8s. Twin cams had the problem. If you didn't replace it by 50,000, you were probably in trouble. But this chest kit comes with a S&S tension shoe as well. So
you're replacing that out anyways.
Yeah.
So, and we did a very in-depth episode with Oscar on cam chain tensioners. You should go back if you're at all concerned about the model of your bike, because it's a catastrophic failure if those go bad, and you'll definitely want to take a listen to that episode. Do you know which one it is?
Oh, I'll look it up.
Well, geez, I thought I was trying to stall while you were looking it up.
You know,
I don't. That's the key. I don't remember which episode.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm usually pretty good. I caught you earlier.
Charles Wilburn posted pictures of his cam chain tensioners that he replaced the other day in the private Facebook group, and the mileage with it was 173,000.
That boy rides.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That was LAB-311.
It's up on the screen.
Okay.
Lawabidingbiker.com/73. Harley Davidson twin cam chain tensioner problem, 1999 to 2006. Are other years affected is the title of it. And it's a good episode with a lot of information in there for you guys. So if you have those bikes and a few other years, you definitely something you should look at. And hey, on top of it, you can put a new cam. And once our video comes out, you'll be able to do a new cam and you'll be able to, have some more horsepower or torque. Now, it's inspired me. I wanted to do a cam for a long time, but my bike gets worked on last because we've got so many other projects. So I don't know. We might do a cam in the 103, in the twin cam 103.
We can do it over the wintertime, maybe.
Yeah, we might do it.
Well, and you might not have to do the whole chest. You might just be able to get away with doing cams because you don't have those issues with the
sumping and all that.
Pump,
and fuel pump and all that, or the oil pump. Yeah, we might just be able to get away with cam. Yeah, no doubt. So I might do that. Because I don't plan on selling that 14 Street Glide Special anytime soon until me and Lurch are waiting.
Yeah, waiting for the next big change.
We're waiting like the Rushmores. That's why I bought the 14. That was the Rushmore bike.
It's like every 5 years they make a big change.
It's got to be something substantial.
Yeah, 14 with the Rushmore, 19.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking 24.
Well, but then 17, you had the new motor. So maybe it's 23.
Sometimes they kind of screw around a little bit with that too. But where they do all like major engine
incremental upgrades aren't going to do it for me.
No, I'm looking for the next big one. I think it'll be. I think 24 will be the next big one.
I agree.
Values on used bikes are so upside down right now that I was really thinking about maybe trading mine in this year because the price difference between a new and a used.
Yeah.
It's dropping, and I just couldn't. There wasn't anything there.
Yep.
I've thought about the same thing, but my bike's fairly low mileage because last 5 years with my job, I was working out of the city another couple hours away.
Plus, he doesn't ride it on nice days. He drives his truck. Oh,
and I've got it set up the way I want it. There's just not
too much work getting that bike.
There's just not been a big enough change for me to want to trade it in yet.
Yeah. Same here.
And then I think about the $6,000 worth of stuff on the bike that I'd have to replace and
Empire collection now.
Yeah, now it's $9,000.
Strip that shit off before you sell it now.
Hey, man.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, awesome conversation. Now, before we completely finish up here, now we love our patron members. We got Brad Johnston right here in the studio. We want to get to know you better. We want you in the private Facebook group. But if the only reason or way you can support us right now is through a flat donation, we never balk at a flat donation. We want to thank Joe Ermetta of El Cajon, California, Paul Joy of Cave Creek, Arizona, and Frank Reel of Orlando, Florida. Lawabidingbiker.com/donate helps put a little fuel in the Law Abiding Biker gas tank.
Keep this thing running on down the road.
There you go, guys. Brad, are you riding after the episode here? Are you busting out, riding straight back home?
Yeah, my wife tried talking me into going through Portland on the way back, but I told her that's like a 4.5 hour detour.
To look at a truck or something?
Yeah.
She in the market for a truck?
We kind of are. We've got a pretty heavy toy hauler that we towed around last summer, and we're doing it with gas, and we'd rather have diesel.
Yeah.
So I think we.
What are you looking at?
This.
What brand?
Well, this is like I'm a Ford Dodge. She's a Chevy Dodge. Dodge is the overlap, but the one she found today that's pretty good value, because really what I am is, where's the value?
Right.
Especially in this market. The one she found today is a Chevy 2500. So yeah,
Nice.
I told her text them, see what they want, see if you can get a loan.
My truck's being built right now.
Oh yeah,
It's on the assembly line. When did we ordered it like 2 months ago, Lurch?
I want to say 3.
3 months
What'd
ago.
you order?
Ford F-150.
Nice.
Yeah, it's decked out with everything, of course. Wait, was it? Which one was it? Was it Lariat?
Yeah, you got a Lariat.
Lariat.
Nice.
But I don't have, I do.
You've got the boat.
I've got the boat. We tow that with the Denali.
Yeah.
Or I can tow it with the F-150 too.
Right.
I'm not going, long. I mean,
Right.
we're going to Vantage, or potholes or something. It's an hour or 2 hours away, Moses Lake. So if I don't have the Denali, then I can, run it with the Ford F-150. But other
last
than
summer-
that, dump trailer, I don't have big hauls,
Yeah. Last summer we did like 7,000 miles with a 13,000 pound trailer, and going up the Grapevine out of Southern Cal, I thought it was going to die, and coming up out of Jackson, climbing that hill, I thought sure we killed it.
What were you
there?
pulling with?
I got a Ford F-250.
Okay.
So gas engine, and it's the same thing that we're talking about with cams. You have to run those gas engines at a much higher RPM, and the heat is a real issue there. So looking to maybe get rid of that. But on the other hand, we're never going to do that summer again.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not a priority. It just kind of is one of those things that we'd like to do.
If it works out, it works out.
Yep.
Happy truck hunting. I think you should make the 4-hour run. Happy wife is a happy life, Brad.
This is true. There may be other ways to make her happy, though.
That's
we'll see.
true. Find something else. Flowers. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Oh, God. Thanks for being here, guys. Thanks, Brad.
Absolutely.
For making the trip up, and enjoy your ride back.
Thanks
to
for the
Oregon.
Empire Collection.
Yeah, absolutely. Enjoy the hell out of that. Enjoy the heck out of it. Don't forget, guys, social media. Make sure we're doing a lot of stuff on different social media platforms, and especially on Instagram. You need to give us a follow over there. It is now at Law Abiding Biker. Lurch, I was able to change it the other day. I got it. So Facebook, Law Abiding Biker. Instagram, at Law Abiding Biker. Twitter, at Law Abiding Biker. Patreon is patreon.com, Law Abiding Biker. Got to change that on there too. I changed that over. So everything, and then YouTube is youtube.com/Ryan Erlacher or lawabidingbiker.com/YouTube. But get over there. We're doing a lot of reels, a lot of stories over on the Instagrams, and it's stuff you may not see anywhere else behind the scenes, like what kind of projects we got going and all that. So give us a follow over there. Again, Instagram at Law Abiding Biker. We'd really appreciate it. And here's you go. If for whatever reason, financially, you can't become a patron member right now, or you can't donate or anything like that, well, there is free ways that you can support us. Follow us on our social media, of course, and then whatever podcast platform you are listening on, make sure you give us a rating, 5-star rating. That would be great. iTunes, especially iTunes, Stitcher Radio. We're over on Spotify now. We're everywhere. Amazon. We're everywhere. But give us a rating. Helps bump us up in the rankings so more bikers around the world can find us and join this thing we call
The Biker Revolution.
There you go. Loud and clear.
Stereo.
Good episode. I could have kept talking. I like talking motorcycles. Could have talked about cams for another hour.
Yeah,
We could have actually shopped while we were doing it.
I am.
Shopped for my cam.
I'm looking at it right
And we
now.
could have just spent an hour. That would be great audio content.
Lurch has got you hooked up over here
Yeah,
already.
Nice.
We can get you just the cam complete kit, or we can get you the cam chest and oil pump, the whole thing. It just depends on what you want to do.
Yeah, I think just the cam on that 103, that's a solid motor, and they didn't have any of those issues. So, I don't know. What do you think, Brad? Should I do the whole thing since I'm in there?
How many
Well,
miles?
I got 50 now. Or no, 45 or something.
I don't know. As long as you're in there. Although it
I
is
know.
another, what is that, $1,700.
Yeah, it's a big jump.
It is a big jump.
You got 2 cams instead of 1, so that already makes it cost a little bit
Yep.
more.
Right. Is that gear driven? Is that switching to gear driven?
Yeah, we could switch it to gear driven.
For sure. If my runout's
900.
okay.
Yeah. We can check it.
Yeah, I would like to switch to gear driven.
Yeah, you're looking to over double the price for complete chest.
Mm-hmm. Might have to do it.
We'll see.
I do know that Rocky Tucker has the stuff that Rick can get you there. Though.
All right, cool.
Thanks, guys, for listening. lawabidingbiker.com/fresh-butt. BUTT.